What's up? You're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Ty Segall surprised us all with a brand new record entitled Harmonizer, releasing that on August 3rd. This is his 13th studio album and follows up 2019's First Taste, just a little over 2 years since the release of that record. That's a turnaround that I think most fans of most bands would be very pleased with. Fans of Ty Segall, though, were like, where is he? What has happened? What is going on? It's one of the biggest breaks that he's taken in between albums during his career. Very prolific songwriter, whether it's his solo stuff or a collaboration or involvement in another project. The guy is a busy man. I think a lot of people are also wondering, where are the guitars? The last record he put out, very much an electronic-inspired affair. I haven't listened to Ty as much as I maybe should have over the years. So I feel like I'm in this luxurious spot right now where he's going through this growing phase. And I can't fault the guy after this many records for wanting to try something new. But I know a lot of people that listen to Ty a lot more than I do that are a little salty about this current electronic thing that is going on. I like where his head's at. I like what he's doing. I like the trajectory of his career and where he's taking this sound. I just don't know if he necessarily nails it on Harmonizer. There's a lot of cool stuff going on this record. It sounds like psychedelic grunge, and then obviously there's that electronic influence there. So, I mean, parts of it come off, really hard, kind of maybe like Prodigy would in that regard a little bit. But you still get a lot of guitars, just lots of big, fuzzy, sonic vibrations going on in this thing. And it opens up with this track called Learning, which is such a tease. It's very much this like minute and 45-second electronic intro that gives you a taste of nothing that is to come on the record. It's very much a one-of-a-kind track as far as the way it fits into this album. I don't know if it's a sign of what is to come. I don't know if the title Learning is playing on, the idea of Ty messing around with this sound that he's working with. I'm not really sure what's going on, but that leads into Whisper, which has definitely got this heavy glam rock feel, kind of think Queens of the Stone Age, this groovy coda that ends this thing. It's like the last 30 seconds where the vibe of the song changes, and it's very cool from a songwriting standpoint anyway. Erased is the third track that follows that, grungy, psychedelic, very much a big part of what he's reaching for on this record as far as the sound. Harmonizer, the title track, has got this lo-fi distortion and synths. It's got this light pulsating drum that drives the song. It's really interesting. I really think it highlights what exactly is going on in this record as far as a lot of good elements, a lot of good ideas. And man, if his heart you can tell it's in the right place. You could tell that he is just on his way to getting there, but there's something intangible about all the songs on this record. There's just like this thing that I cannot quite put my finger on as far as these songs just don't sound, maybe like there's times where they don't sound whole. There's times where Harmonizer, it just doesn't feel like this song is reaching its full sonic potential, unfortunately. Leads into Pictures. I could really do without that song, frankly. Ride kind of sounds like She Wants Revenge. That's a very interesting song, the 6th track. Leads into the 7th track, Waxman, which I actually really like that track a lot. It sounds like the Beatles meet Black Sabbath. Again, this idea of this very heavy rock sound meets psychedelic. And I think it's a great idea. It's a great concept. It's something that I hope he continues to play with. This album feels like a stepping stone, though. It feels like Growing Pains. It's got 3 more tracks. It's a pretty quick runtime on this thing at 35 minutes, too. So that's part of it. It's, a lot of these songs, some of them are long enough to make that impression, but again, it's that missed potential that I talk about on a track like Harmonizer, which has like a 4.5-minute runtime. Feel Good is a duet that he does with Danae Segall, his wife. Really digging the feel on that track. It's just got that old school Ty sound. There is a little bit of that electronic element working there, but I would say of all the songs on this record, for you diehard fans, for your fans going back to those first few records, Feel Good is probably the closest that you're going to get to that old sound. I mean, Ty has turned a corner. He's playing with a new idea, a new style, and like I said, I cannot fault him for that. I'm thankful that I'm in a spot where I wasn't a big enough fan to be miffed by this change. I think it's a fascinating turn that he's taking. I just think that he didn't quite hit the mark with this particular record, and it really makes me curious about what's coming from him in the future, because there's going to be something soon with this guy. That's just the way he operates. I'm going to pass on the vinyl on this, though. Check it out. It's definitely an interesting record. It's certainly worth the 35-minute runtime, 10 songs. It's not going to take up too much of your day. So if you're a fan of his, if you're kind of on the fence about what he's doing with this new electronic thing, give it a go. See what you think. Hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, check out the live show when it returns on September 12th, and we will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.